Into say Obuasi West declaration wrong. Momi yanko Obuasi West ni yanko he declarations bi omo ye no. Se no obi kuta aso ejina. This is Obuasi West declaration. Obuasi East. Obuasi East.
In Obuasi East.
He and easy returning officer ubikuta sikan jina ni chi. Mensah say adikudienti Obuasi West, Obuasi East. Oma NDC abrante ni wili ni say no catch Ghana for say na ubikute kuma. This is the statement of Mensah. Munti asmo kae. Mensah.
In Obuasi East, the collation center was attacked by party supporters, and the returning officer was threatened with an axe. His hands were lifted up, and he was asked to declare a winner when that was not what was reflected on the results collation form. Again, that process was not lawful, and the commission would not uphold it.
This woman is a fucking liar. A target, no matter target NDC seats no wini any nyina.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Mo yesa na mo 20 aye. Kwasi ampeyin sami ni otunwe no just or 20 Ghana or 20 NDC, no pressure. All copyright cry abo ai eba ye be contest. No pressure. Ai na mo yesa mo boati aye. Na mo bom ye nyina kwasi ya sa akode ye wan. O samini papa peyin toto akogina stage me twa wotsra ho fro o peja bo tia nsama ya pa o do Jimmy TV so and Kevin Taylor we need to say o samini we ni oba o se aponchia wo wugu Canada na mria se o nan fianfian se ofui. No pressure na mo jesa mo tu atia na mo tu ama ye nyina mama kwasie bia mama hama pressure. Mr. President elect from the 7th and the 8th, take your time. Take your time. Mahama, take your time. Be a book in nyabotre, no gidi. Be a mo be a. Let us all see what is in the book. Mayene hu diaka, she better do so amendem. Teacher for behu, nurse for behu, soldier for behu, police for behu. Near I am build it. Men can't man no craning juma, no pressure or dying or to not just or to it yame. Yanko. Now electoral commission and you see is no ababontene. Ya de manu eduro na de bema mogu mo poison no mo na de bema mo adiewu yanko be bia nkofa story foforo bia amba o dabi we will give you your own poison monyum na mabobo na de bema mo ya twen dum so ba ne akofa sa akode na ba no dum so dum mahama madum so bro mahama manembra mahama mi hia dum so shege mahama ye hia dum so ye srew osiafo obo yesi ejimi ye nyina ebe kekere man no obia so obia ho kom. Now, Sako the uncle Sakro no I Nancy or the nyumba ku ba 2 days etwem. Eh Sak, career na ende. Kochira de ewo Antobiase. Okwa people teacher, substitute teacher. Obi amba na wabehye ho. Oh, I am Sako de it is not hitting. I want to come and teach the moral education. Sako de who dey ma so kochira de okura say. Sako, that's yes we dey ba ku ba amfa. Kana kan pese be promote ma so na nye dwuma. Sa be so life na say o. Ayeka Debi on was uncle be as an old lawyer be any more chebina. I just life when you saw a teacher. I you see, I'm a substitute teacher. I want to be as you. And one of it, my hands, and you want to create Juma. He says, also to know a crown of bread. Untimi state energy be no what bako crow. Because they be a champagne to your jot. Ebe cool. Champagne jot. No, you me born and saying, Fork ni is plate this one will do that. They be a fork was a what the akas is some soon dimshe. Fork Kutaro, or the Tium no I said to William the Obana Yamo, Mrs. Sako, Kariana and the Georgiara or Obetuma Pajama Mount, Opa feature Georgiara, the Heavy Obedu. Sako dear, oh dear, Miamitia, Opa feature Georgiara. A honor bones a talent will be say, Georgiara. Yeah, my mentor, dear. Now you see, is Georgiara. Okay, besides Mr. P. Mate, I'm going. Now let's take care of the editorial of the day. Electoral Commission. Mensah is a threat to Ghana's democracy. Now, the reason why I say Mensah is dangerous, and if you're a young man in Ghana, right now the information we are getting and say the NPP, leadership promises Samia Uku say obey the minority leader. Now they have given him a task. Said the 9 constituencies, on it cannot damwa. Because before the elections, Samia Uku normally diabolic things he shared in Sim. Say a turbo galam say former Bakura Kuni Pada that on and in charge. Now there's a rift between Nanabi and Samia Uku. Now cannot damwa more they have an issue with Samia Uku because on the day of the elections, numbers are not open Ashanti region into Mensi. A 2% comedy bar bontino. The NPP NDC security was able to stop them. Now, at the Kudientia Electoral Commission by a press conference and then say they are planning on using force to claim the 9 seats now Akano from the 9 constituencies of Mokano. And right now, what they want to do then say they have given Samia Uku a task, and the task is simple. Ninyana say almost Samia Uku and gather a year stacks on the lines. Cannot Damwa and Samia Uku will be in charge of a constituencies are your record yeah. And the EC say we nullify or recognize it. Now what they are thinking of doing is some person the force adjust our constituencies in here into a greater Accra for a year seats or so. I'm per se the tax edgy. Over Ashanti region 3 per se the tax edgy. So when steady seats now academia a MPP seats. And they know they have lost all the seats, especially in Sawoma Dwejiri. Another press seat, it is gone. They know they lost it. Now, what they want to do is say, Mensah himself say NDC holding on to the 2/3 of parliament. Only Mensah will be jail. So Mensah and the boss they are preventing NDC from having a 2/3 of parliament. That is her priority right now. It is and I would say Mensah. They don't want the rest of the seats when NDC win, They don't want to hand it over to the NDC because the strategy is say NDC in 2/3 now. The NDC cannot take some decisions because NDC or 2/3 or make my friend Mensah about parliament. And remember, parliament has the same powers as the high court. So what they can do, they say they can question Mensah, and if they find Mensah answers not credible. Now Omangasa committee in parliament, they sit on it and see say there are some there are loopholes in her statement. They can come out with a conclusion say Mensah has committed a crime and that they can write and send to the president for the president to do what? To sign it for it to take effect. Mensah himself, that is very possible. So what she's trying to do is say she is trying to prevent the NDC from getting 2/3 of parliament, and that is the agenda now. And MPP for now promising to say Omobe use state security to take this seat into recoalition. The recoalition they want to do, it is going to be bloody. The recoalition they want to do in parliament, it is going to be bloody. Because it is a recoalition. I'm a person. I'm here. Nobody day. I go with in Cranfono. Obi a mi show in Cranfono. Ebi mo yankwasafo. That mean Cranfono we omo phone papa. Just say I'm on tie show no. Cause I say me omo church brama. I dey me hear information dey there. In Cranfono busa me question be. Now the issue is. Obi a me show in Cranfono busa me chain bo. Munisika on beto chain. And I mean, me kuta me boga me go chain $11,000. And I'm saying munisika on beto bi. And can for mufu plane at 38D seat na moto. Me can for mo krum ha. Omufu plane ko Ghana 38D 39B. Omu te toilet no ho sa ro da ko dun kran. Omu dun kran kwasake kasa. Me ye show busa me say me chain boy say $11,000. Now, so what Mensah is trying to do, and say, she's trying to prevent NDC from getting the 2/3 fully and getting even more. Into the strategy is now say wabase 9 constituencies, results, recollation on TSC because ne officers ni bi wo ha ye tata omo ye tietia omo so ye bu omo o se bi wo kra de second gina omo so. Now, let me show you something. Say unya botre na ustedi how things has or have folded to this point. You can see clearly say the Electoral Commission no any Mensah no they want chaos. Yeah, we NDC ni we garden ni awoto aba ewo constituency sa constituencies we mu. Where is it? O young man be any of these constituencies any day be a mobe say easy I na adwin say omo ba be recollation. That collation center also munya more than 3,000 people. You should not allow the EC and the police to override any of you guys. You people are supposed to be very watchful. Our some muni daho na monitor EC no regional offices and the district offices. You should not allow any recollation to happen. There shouldn't be any recollation in Ghana. In fact, it should never happen. Because nowhere in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana say returning officer declare results. Yasaba say about recollation declare result. It is never anywhere in the CR 1227 in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. There is no law that permits that. Into any time obi be na say obey recollation illegality, and we have the right to ban them. We have the right to attack them because from what we know, all the returning officers are call election no stands per the EC's own act and its own constitution. So nobody in Ghana now should go anywhere else and say they are going to do recollation. It's illegal. Say electoral commissioner be any office. No, because recollationer or committee a crime against the Republic of Ghana, and that electoral commissioner does not have to go home. Any police officer who will be at that place saying, I came to protect, that police officer is an illegal police officer. He's working against the constitution of this republic and he doesn't have to go home. We need to attack anybody who tries to do recollation in Ghana again, because wherever the elections were called by the returning officer, that is the end of it. We are not supposed to do any recollation. It's more the NDC candidate won, and you know. You people are not supposed to allow any recollation. Say or anywhere to put any box down with any, you need to attack them because they are not supposed to. The moment they do that, there will be chaos in Ghana. The moment you allow the EC to do any recollation in any part of this country, there will be chaos in this country, in Tokwabe Sea. To prevent war, we are not supposed to do any recollation. We will have to protect our democracy. Last time I catch them, me say the Kufuor administration, they are not ready to leave. They want to destroy this nation. Inti young percent of Kwabesi or Ghana no, we the citizens who went to vote at Domiko Abenya, electoral officer no, declare winner. We stick to that because the constitution of the EC, the Emrana about a election ho no, it states it clearly. Say and a returning officer declare a parliamentary candidate. The question I want to ask is say, Adentina East the list we buy one for Damango count. Why didn't Mensah add Damango? Why? Because the same thing that happened at Obuasi East. They all see a C what Domiko Abenya. They all see a C what Okankwe Central. They see a C what Tema Central. Nyama all see a C what Hafuano South. No. And yet the same thing is what Damango. Adentina Damango one fan count. Damango, we were here when somebody went into a room to go and declare the election results without the candidate, and we're not even knowing who that person is. And so ECJ Mensah did not add Damango. I didn't know for Damango account because Damango in his seat. No youth in Ghana should allow any recollation in Ghana. Any recollation the Electoral Commission starts is illegal and will burn it down. Any police officer who follows any recollation agent or follows any ballot box in any building that or recollation, we will come and attack you. We don't want this country. We don't want chaos. Because the moment there's recollation, all the seats now end this winning, it will overturn, and that will bring chaos. And we don't want that chaos. Ghanaians don't want chaos. The NDC as a political party, they are law abiding. That is why they are in court. And the CI 127 states it clearly in 2020. Near to Kroma, and I call Techiman South. Let me show you something. Before we go to Techiman South, I'm sure currently Atra EC Ocha. No, let me go to Techiman South. I'm sure there. In 2020, Techiman South, a whole electoral officer declare elections. Ye botuo gidi siye. The NDC for Busa electoral officer now declare elections. Say papers now they declare elections na when the sign here, where are the documents? That returning officer now ama answer. That was the same day MPP for the soldier for not soldier for Gina returning officer. So man the pressure say on declare NPP Nino Techiman South 2020. This is what happened. Let me show you this. 2020 in Techiman South. This is what happened. This is 2020. Techiman South. Well, baby, I declare results. He's a returning officer. Or declare results and SAR results in the ECG2. Now police botu. Even after declaring that result, NDC for returning officer no bukubusa and said documents in a wing.
Can you finish? I've sent everything to region, so you'll get it. To what? To the region. No, you are the region. I just have copy here.
You see, by law, you were sworn in by the magistrate.
I will pay you.
You see, you are returning officer. That's why we've come to you. It is an office work. We just want what you have declared.
You don't have a copy.
If we have a copy, or we can cite it, have a look at what you have declared.
When should we go to region when you are the returning?
I don't have copy.
Elections here.
You take the results.
You see, even if the regional officer gives us the results, we cannot rely on that. It is that which you have given.
Yes.
But the law says that you are the one to declare the result.
You know, my brother, there is one thing. As individual citizens of this country, we all have a responsibility to ensure that the country is peaceful. And that is the primary responsibility that we have in anything that we do. And for instance, that is why I am here. I would urge you to contribute to that peace. Because you see, if there is any indication that you have done something that helps the other party to steal the election, it raises tension and it gives a lot of us problems. So whatever you will do to contribute to that, I will urge you to do it. So that if, for instance, they are asking for the summary seat, be frank and open and say, this is the summary sheet that I prepared. Answer the things such that everybody will be convinced, and then the tension can come down, and then we'll all have peace. Too much tension is not good for this country at all.
I don't have any tension at all.
Yes,
we computer everything. We put everything. They were there.
Yes,
it wasn't that they were
cannot tell me that you have cemented the regular and you don't have the copy.
But those who are
Mr. Returning Officer,
figures and put them in the while they were there, they saw everything. And they didn't do any alarm.
It's everything. We have
Mr. Returning Officer, by CI 127, Regulation 43, it says that it is only you've been appointed as a returning officer for the Mensah constituency. From the facts we have come to you, you have told us that you have declared the results. On the basis of the law, we are asking that what has been declared, if we can be given a copy of the statement of proof known as the pink sheet, showing the results for Mensah. That is our request to you.
I'm saying I'm giving it to the regional. So when you go there, they'll give you a copy.
Our copy is with the regional electoral officer. So we should go to the regional director of electoral commission for a copy of the Mensah. Is that what you are saying?
Before we leave, he made a statement. Let's confirm it on camera that he has all the pink sheets of the election.
2020. Returning officer declare elections. You butansa pink sheet where or see pink sheet in original kwaji. You say you talk about Techiman. You jinana we declare results. Also now returning officer and Brandy Chester won't kwana bit to declare results no. NDC pushed and pushed. Move video ni they see Techiman South. After that, the NDC worked to petition the Electoral Commission. The same Jane Mensah. And I'm catching Jane Mensah said, this is what has happened. A whole returning officer declared an election without pink sheet. We don't even have the reference document. So, should it stand? Jane Mensah extra letter responded NDC for in 2020. Catchrom say yes. Say ye tuaba. Na say ye kan abano. Na say returning officer declare abana. Sana mrane chire. Inti abano, whoever he would declare for no, Bibian to Mrs. Sano, the only place that can change that is the court. So when NDC petitioned Electoral Commission, and this was the petition, and this was the response from Jane Mensah. I'm not going to read the whole response, but the part that she stated, I want the response to say, 13 or see, recollation can be done at all levels when requested before the declaration of results. However, once election results have been declared, a dissatisfied party cannot request for a recollation or recount of the result. This is Jane Mensah's statement to the NDC. Into when a Jane Mensah Jina Soka say recollation there. Baby, I no any the same day na ye kan aba no na won pene so a Saturday na me engina so ne kan ansa na declare the moment e be declare aba no nobody can recollate again. CI 127 is stating emphatically, and that was the reference point of Jane Mensah. Inti okacha NDC for say Techiman South the mu video ma ye botu ni nyina no or see as far as say a returning officer no it declare no it is done, it is finished. The only thing that can happen to that declaration sebio ebetimaka say enya legitimate no is to go to court. Inti everywhere in 2022 you declare aba ama NDC no by a returning officer no clearly it is done. Into anybody who does recollation again, whether EC or whoever, is a criminal. We need to kill that person because that person wants chaos in Ghana. My mention why Jane Mensah is dangerous. Also, and the Jane Mensah let me show you a typical thing, dangerous thing about Jane Mensah. Me one example. Here Techiman South video no. Circumstances surrounding a sad declaration at Jane Mensah Jitum no. On Techiman South, time I declare results. When they see what I these things that J Mensah who are booked for, J Mensah said it was legit. She did not have a problem. She did not complain, say any of his returning officers were under pressure. You are first kind or say upon your who you know, or say no problem. NPP winning 2020. Oh, Osha list way more. I'm going to give you one example when we say J Mensah or bottom or a boa. When Obuasi East or say Obuasi East declaration. No, so we tie and then the press conference or say, oh, no, Obi kuta second ejina returning officer nechi. Obi kuta ekuma. Muntie J Mensah. This is J Mensah's statement.
In Obuasi East, the collation center was attacked by party supporters, and the returning officer was threatened with an axe. His hands were lifted up, and he was asked to declare a winner when that was not what was reflected on the results collation form. Again, that process was not lawful, and the commission would not uphold it.
Osi Obuasi West electoral officer no na obi kuta axe, obi kuta kuma janichi ekuta se kanya oma ready say omo betwitwa no eno mo pagya ne nsa by force say obi ewini. This is the statement from Jane Mensah. Into Osi Obuasi West declaration wrong. Momi yanko Obuasi West nyanko hwe declaration se bi omo ye no. Se no obi kuta aso ejina. This is Obuasi West declaration. Obuasi East. Obuasi East.
In Obuasi East,
he and EC returning officer ubikuta sikan jina ne chi. J Mensah say adikudienti Obuasi West, Obuasi East. Oma NDC abrante ni wili ni say ono ka kire Ghana for say na ubikuta kuma. This is the statement of J Mensah. Munti asmo kan. J Mensah.
In Obuasi East, the collation center was attacked by party supporters, and the returning officer was threatened with an axe. His hands were lifted up, and he was asked to declare a winner when that was not what was reflected on the results collation form. Again, that process was not lawful, and the commission would not uphold it.
This woman is a fucking liar. A target, no matter target NDC seats no winning nyina. They want to turn the 2/3. My boy Obuasi East declaration actually. After even the declaration, the EC official made sure say the NDC candidate actually signed. This is this. Where was the chaos? Ekumana na wen. When are they asked by? Your returning officer actually sat on the table with a gentleman or Obuasi NDC candidate. Obuasi East. He signed on the document. You saw your returning officer Opeja Nensa Obubo result. When they are attacking, this woman saw Obuasi East. Want to me and call it Emma NDC. Obuasi East for me Kanyan Kupon. Me Obuasi ni. More from a year STC. My friend say a year from a year. Yemfan say wawase all the way to the end of Obuasi East. Obia the adakasi was so very collation mbunukuno. Me say obia ba Obuasi East. Say waba Obuasi East say or your police or your soldier or your EC or by your recollection munku. It is not allowed. Enyamra monfa weapons ngu on omo. You people should not allow that, and nobody can go to Obuasi West and do declaration. Nobody can come to Obuasi East with any box. And I trust my people, and I know my people will do it. And I'm an Obuasi boy. You people basically voted for this gentleman. Yetiha. And Ekufuado. Ba umiamka as a police for election ekono. Police for soldier for nkaho. Yetiha no Obuasi East soldier for ekobu obi or preventing soldier for from going to the police station. We were here and you soldier for on camera beat Sasamne Yankan we na sa soldier from this aboneno. We will make sure Saban and Chumaso or Boas for Bechumasu Wurim. Samu soldier for Namo Gadi Chema won't to me as Obuasi. Election day Mubu a NDC agent no me say Abayan Chumaswa Yebechumasu Wurimuho. Moma me ba be famufunu. Because I'm maybe a double CBI any 2 year. Obuasi am maybe a double BI any 2 year. We can give you a map of Anglo Gold Ashanti baby or Nanini Gold. We can give you a map. Into your soldier ni now protect this chairman won't me asas or Boasia. Also tell us over to your Boasi Kudim. You be cool to watch me. Into I am sending a warning to these regions. Ashanti from Ochina numbers Adiano and Yamin and this is security. Do not fool the people. Ghana for any brio. Recollation be illegal. And Ghana Nibia or the right to attack any recollation center. No recollation in Ghana again. All the results that have been called are the legitimate results per the C127 by the EC. I did not say it. J. Mensah and a chair clearly in 2020 said, this is the law and the law is the law and we cannot flout the law. Yeah, Ghana for, yeah, Boas for, yeah, Ghana for, yeah, Mpese Bebum Brasso. J. Mensah catcher say, yeah, it is only. However, once election results have been declared, a dissatisfied party cannot request for recollation or recount of the results. It's emphatic. Inti wa utiemi a NDC ni bia sebe we Ghana ni automa NDC MP bia no, it is illegal say isi ba any place say or ba be recollation illegal mo aseda mo hwengu omo so. Criminals. No recollation in Ghana again. So be per recollation on court. Remember, after na Ghana for say MPP for na said ye kosi de enye. Mo hwe de si Otechiman South. Macmenu oye de Macmenu ono na edi MPP election enim de na koka no team. So this is what Macmenu said. Ye busa ne say na ye bu nkofo. And as I say, no, ye botuo, and this is for Busan, ye Busan question to say into ono only saying, or say, sir, operi coalition now go to court. Macmenu na catch the Ghana for, Kwasia for, in Peniform Moa with Amudio.
So,
but I think
you are explaining.
Relevant.
No, you are explaining. It's relevant, very relevant.
What is the relevance?
It's very. You may deem it's not relevant, but I think it's very relevant.
All right.
Now the question I ask: do you have the coalition sheet? The NDC says, where is it? Because without that, you can't make a declaration.
Let me tell you that if NDC wants to see coalition, they made a press conference and came out with an Excel sheet and bundled some red sheets, whether they are pink sheets or what, that these are all our pink sheets, as a lawyer rightly said, that you need a primary document. If they have that, let them go to court. Why are they going to worry electoral commission? We have ours. And we will meet them in court.
You dispute their figures. And you dispute their claims.
Yes,
you dispute their claims.
Yes.
So you held the press.
Their claim.
You held the press conference.
Yes.
Why why don't you want to finish the subject matter by showing us your collation sheets? Which is the bone of contention.
I opened myself to the public and the media, if anybody had asked that question. Because at the press conference, I invited our executives from Techiman to be with me. They came. In fact, the IT coordinator, he showed all the tapes, the video and everything. Not me. I was not there. So it's a collective teamwork that we did. So something, at the press conference, everybody had the opportunity to ask questions. And I had my team, my parliamentary candidate, his team of executives and election officials from MPP in Techiman. They would have answered all this.
Since you wanted to terminate that discussion and put them to shame that they were wrong, and the central issue is that they say there couldn't have been a declaration because there's no coalition. Why didn't you show that piece of evidence if you have it?
Which piece of evidence?
The coalition.
The coalition, what is the source of coalition? The source of coalition is the pink sheet.
Correct.
It is added together and you get the summary or the totals. And we have all. We showed it. We opened a few to them and we gave the totals.
That is the nonsense you heard in 2020. Halitosis said kankain or te people no buza question. Abofunu something like enemy. Foolish man. Onum kankain so free. Or to one on the NPP for Konaive and Omoka say, oh, say NDC for per recoalition because in Branich say when to man contested coalition or coalition center at the moment they were collating. Now say you're collating na your kase obi winia. The only place you can seek redress is a court. I didn't think the kwasiaba we have to catch Ghana for say we have to do recoalition. Why? Why should we do recoalition? Na Ghana mbrane MPP dia. If the EC decides to do recoalition, burn the facility down. If you're a young man and they are Ghana go forward because of these elections, people have been shot because they wanted to protect their ballot. Kwasiafo Mensah oba bema oba abuofun oba we on in America ha. Last within the picture chair oba kwasiampenyi we in America boy we on in America ha obiambo di trimutu adentra otikura emraye juma. In America, they will not flaunt the law. They will not make sure the law goes against some people and benefits some people. Obabo way to Chrome he's enjoying life. This your son. This your son. This foolish boy is here. Kwasia, because of you, dirty woman, you kunipa 8, yasa kunipa 4. Fin obanye obawe. Oba Ghana exclusive cast last week and now we are part of fear Mensah Kwasiaba. You just want to just destroy the peace we are enjoying. All because Kwasiebi per se or nullify NDC for majority in parliament. This is your son. And people know him in Ghana. And you have other family members. And this your son is walking on the street of Ghana telling girls say, Nema media, nobody can touch her. She will rig the elections for the MPP. What bodam? You Mensah, you are crazy. The law is the law, and nobody. Mama can be being Ghana for. First and there 2 sebi, yen 2 sebi biem. 7 edi abedru ha. 17 nipa 8 ewu 2020. 17 bi me wunne. Yen 2 sebi biem. Wa o se ku ye bekum. Ma bodam na MPP no Ghana na yomudia. Mensah na Ghana na dia. And I'm going to send this out. If you're a young man, you voted to elect your leader or your member of parliament. Well, we name se mo kanyabano eyi NDC ni se we wini. Anybody who comes to any constituency, obeka chao say electoral commission say ombe recoalition or a criminal. You people have to monitor every coalition center in your region. These regions are Mensah deliberate. There is no law backing what they want to do. It is illegal. I will not sit there for anybody to use any bad law to destroy my nation. Because from what we know and from the CI 127, it is illegal to do recoalition. Anybody, and if the IGP or sanctions a police in Libya and the Ghana military says soldier Libyan DHR, who's a soldier, we are criminal, we will kill you. The mob, the people will come after you because you are going to involve yourself in an illegality. They want to take this seat, and these seats have all been declared. Mr. Damango, I don't know for Damango and Shadi Wim. Where is Damango? Abujina Post Damango. Where is Damango? We saw what happened in Damango. I can let my team pull the video of what happened in Damango. And a Damangonia. Why don't we have Damango in this? And the question I want to ask the Eastern and say it's a simple question. On say and the Electoral Commission a press conference. Electoral Commission a press conference. What conducted elections? What conducted presidential elections? What conducted parliamentary elections? The 40,000 polling stations in Ghana, nobody had an issue with the presidential elections. You have issues with 9 constituencies when it comes to the parliamentary elections. These are 2 different elections. Why do you think say Mensah enka presidential election? Yato aba on the 7th and the date on the 19th. Almost 14 days on Tumi Mamo presidential result. Because the presidential result does not affect the parliamentary. Ask yourself why. That is why our press conference are on taking questions. Mahamudu Bawumia recorded 38% in this year's elections. They know. Mahama actually moved 2.1 million votes. They know. Now we are electoral commission. We are commissioner. Kwasia we Jimmy Kurano. O person di pane trust. What conducted presidential, conducted parliamentary. 9 constituencies also there's a problem. Now presidential, nobody has contested presidential numbers. Why don't we have the final figure? Why don't we have the final figure? Because or release the final figure of presidential, it will show you, it will give you a clear understanding or a clear idea of how the parliamentary went. That is why they are holding on to the presidential results. Because who has contested the presidential? So why is she not bringing out the presidential results? Why? It is because John Mahama actually John Mahama crossed 57. John Mahama Baumia only made 38%. John Mahama made over 2.1 million votes more than Baumia. And the reason why they are not releasing the presidential results is because they have seen the figure, and when they show us that figure, it will reflect in the parliamentary. That is why they are holding on to the presidential, and it is illegal. In the history of Ghana, on the 7th, on the 19th, you need presidential results. Now democracy will be papadia. The democracy we are enjoying in Ghana, does it belong to one person? Is it supposed to be controlled by Kufuor and these foolish twebs? No. We are all supposed to be part of the democracy. We pay them. So why do you sit there and tell me I don't respect J Mensah? Because from this behavior, this action, it can destroy the democracy of this nation. John Mahama led Bawumia 2.1 million votes flat. I know. Bawumia did not cross 38%. They know. They can't do anything about it. And they don't want to release the number because release the presidential now, it will reflect in the parliamentary. And until they want to hold on to presidential, what is stopping J Mensah? And until a press conference on taking questions, or we are no Johnny. Or your press conference, we are because what for the whole Ghana, you are the final returning officer. You are 2 weeks. To my final figure of the presidential. Let's say the parliamentary has issues. What about the presidential? Ekufuor catch the man in presidential and say, why are they integrated to East Boniana? Because people can die through this. This kind of attitude can destroy Ghanaians. The J Mensah you know a bit about destroy democracy. And catch them say we are not out of the woods yet. Ekufuor still want the chaos. Mameka Bibincho. If we allow as Ghanaians, not J Mensah coalition or any constituency, the democracy will destroy. Because you know what? The people who won will not agree. And they are going to get on the streets and people are going to react. Let the laws work. And the law says clearly or states clearly. See, 127 says, when declaration is made, it's final. The only place that you can go and seek redress is the court. Finito, finata. Why is this foolish bleach thing working in Ghana now? Almost the young people of Ghana, we bokele J Mensah mbe se bukuru amano ne bati America. J Mensah ne bati America. Ena all school papa. Ye tualika $10,000 a month. Ne bati America ne mo sa hwe no. Ena no ti Ghana na mumba ye bo mutuo. This is a simple thing. Into ye penyi na wo hwe me. Now, because I deserve to insult these people. They deserve it because Jimmy. Sa oba we Jimmy. and selfish interest in here. Ghana's democracy from 2016, saga way from 2020, girl, we are say democracy na be do hande. You drew a point where we have all come together peacefully. Yet to aba obi ambo no nyonko. Kwasi aba na my results are and also than tokwa. Why should I be saying please here? Why should I be using ketchup? Why? It is my democracy I'm fighting for. Ghana for the youth of this nation. Especially the NDC grassroots, prepare yourselves. They are going to bring the police, they are going to bring the military, they are all illegal, they are criminals. Everywhere they try to do recollation, you have to treat them like criminals. Some have to die. No collation should happen in Ghana. No collation must happen in Ghana. All the results, at least Macho Obuasi Atra Jemen Secha. Obuasi East, ye declare results peacefully. Osino Obi Kutekuma. Meti me unwe kumebia. We are all here and we saw the declaration. Unwe kuma. So Argentina, the returning officer for Ghana's elections, ultimately TV so say Obuasi no be kutekuma gina returning officer nechi. I heard on TV. My mention of the see 2020 Savalugu elections no parliamentary declaration hwe the see 2020. And so ni nyina Mensah jitum say proje 2020 Savalugu under Mensah. Mensah said she didn't see anything wrong with it. This is Mensah 2020 Savalugu hwe dom ye.
Don't get penny. This is not the one you correct.
We finished. The one you started is finished.
It's finished.
So we have to finish. See, you have never to
So now decline.
John Binam had 17,580 and Alasa Umar had 14,631. And then we have the total valid ballot 32,211 and then rejected 774. And then total vote cast 32,985. The power invest in me. Mr. John Jabal Binam. The fact that you have had 17,580, you have declared as the winner of the Zabzo constituency, the parliamentary seat. You are declared as the winner.
2020. MP before I control number no man. Obia Dana Jordan, the man is a kind declare results. J. Mensah did not see anything wrong with this. Sablugu for Adano and an MPP for Omo chairman for control results man. Chairman and a tro you. Party MPP party chairman a tro we no temano or T declare. Kwasiabati is was a mimi so bada. Enti Kwasiaba we be say Ghana democracy metia. Menye please. Upe please every me ho. Sablugu 2020 J. Mensah ji we tumu or chitumu. Kwasiaba obati America Charles Mensah. Onenam kroma di jantrafo. Onam akra twitwi cars di girls catch some maame de obi antumi nya no hwe. Kwasiaba obi ba ekuno. Savulugu 2020 NPP chairman for any cultural results the man electoral commissioner officer say on declare J. Mensah say it is true. As far as say a returning officer declare kwade wuji tumu o ka kire NDC for some court abuofunu. This is a war against the electoral commission. This is a war against J. Mensah and the EC. This is a war to protect our democracy. And I'm sending this message. And especially mo TikTok for Nkwasiafoni bina mo de muncha de papa de bia Nkwasiade na mbese mutwa de gisika no. I am sending this message to mo ahemfona mo Ghana, the National House of Chiefs. All these things happening, you are seeing it. Before election 2020, the chief imam of Ghana released a statement and spoke to every young Ghanaian, especially people from the Zongos, that nobody should be chaotic. We should all be peaceful. We should try and make sure we don't involve ourselves in chaos. The chief imam was emphatic. We needed a peaceful election. Yakoto abewie mo ahemfo mo nyina mo tete Ghana. Mo asofo Peace Council, Christian Council. Mo yeye mo suit to fini de nanam Ghana kurum. Me husa mo Pentecost de makwa kwasra eye President Mahama. Ene de for mo de mo fa mo jimi ntina Ghana. Na mama J. Mensah Kwasiaba we nya de emra na da hono. Nobody should call NDC to table. The law is clear. You declare be a court. Inti no church, no elder. Ye pe Kwasi obebie na no se me your hene. And that the EC ye no mo me mwana democracy. Ye bo timutu abuofunu. Ye the Ghana mra na ye adwuma C127. That is the law. If you want to do that, go to court. The Obuasi East seat, a NDC tia, and I believe my people in Obuasi East, do I have bear man uncle? Me say, Dome, sa sa situe, Kwabenya, sa situe. Come on. Sa Dome Kwabenya seat, NDC dia, no recollection. Sa seat, Okaikwe Central, NDC dia, in Sawadu Ajiri. No recollection NDC dia. Anodom pre Kwasi ya beto aba. Hwasema na otete Ghana ka. Anodom pre Kwasi ampeyi ya beto aba 2020. This was the nonsense he was saying. Today he's fighting for his seat.
Tension bi ani krom. You see, sa wo kwa abato na obewe a, won say that so daye. Owie kase na Joma bewe no. And so daye. Joma was one of the finest politicians. So what do we need the Amanyo Semochi? He was one of the finest. From the days as a minister, deputy minister, as an MP, Okasana Hotipa, and if you're Nikasano, Nikasa won't take Daintia. Oh, says a full one out of Nakaka. There's a 10-year Nodi. It's a clear indication, so very, and he's going to lose.
These are the stupid people you allowed into our parliament. And the opposite of the Bugabugaji seat. In Sawem Adwejiri NDC winning seat no. Yeah, free court S7 or court also one J Kwasia on said to me, yeah the nyansa the guard to me. A dirty riffraff like this, near man kwana kotena parliament who fee on him on J. Stupid guy obeko to it not more or didn't comfort them. You are talking about John Mahama. You see today, you are even struggling to hold on to a simple parliamentary seat. In Kwasia what is some way I'm no to John Mahama. What John Mahama has seen in politics in 97 and kamo hubia kamo nyina and kamo life are better because our politics is so cheap, because we see every fool be any amount to me in some seat no NDC winning and you saw your bear man on beka in some some be kan recall be trejatum ye be who police no be DHD who soldier no be DHD. The young men, we will gather them to come after you, yeah, because o de tanaga can tell us say imranti en kokon o man ko agro be say Se mrante no mo Ghana no oma bo Ghana ho ban a because emra e na bo Ghana ho ban. So obi pese obu mra so I was say emeburu no ebo eye Ghana ho ban. On be bo mra no ho ban. Into the bra cuz Kevin tell her incite youth that youth will protect Ghana. Every person who goes out there to fight against anybody who tries to recollate, the person is fighting for Ghana because the laws of the land says clearly in Article 127 C127 easy for Ankasa just say it is only court. They na ye kan abano say ya anya recollation na eji obi say we win here. You cannot go and say you are going to do recollation. So the young people on the street, you need to fight for democracy. Right now the EC official bia obeba origin or constituency or recollation or a criminal, treat them as a criminal. Ka omutim kejatum edan ombeka wom ban that place. Obia or kan bia or a member or a criminal. The law is against it. Mami reading running show. Now let me show you something here. Sometimes no or see a kind not what say imrana say. This is C127. Is imrandi mami jujo munchro. Moa. Zabzugu video na me bochire bono. Do Zablugu ni nyina pe Zabzugu. Public Election Regulation 2020 way regulation with CI 127 edaho eyemra kwasia bi bebusu say ekwa recollation. Any electoral officer bi obeje penis obeba consto munkunu ntontwene. Mun body timutuo aboafunu ubetia Ghana mraso. Who has the power to go against the laws of the land? Obia ntumi tia Ghana mraso yebe protect Ghana mrano. Yes. Obi obes or recollation biano or co against the Ghana mrano. We are not going to allow anybody. No recollation. Open recollation at court. Now let me read it to you. Results of elections 39. 1. The presiding officer shall immediately after the close of the poll in the presence of the candidates or the representatives of the candidates and counting agents A. Open each ballot box and take out all the ballot papers in the box. 2 or B. Sort out the ballot papers into valid ballot papers and rejected ballot papers in accordance with regulation 40 or 40. C. Proceed to count the ballot papers at the polling stations. D. Record the total number of votes cast in favor of each candidate. And E. Record the total number of rejected ballots. Now now 2. This is what it says. The presiding officer, the candidates or their representatives and the counting agent shall then sign a declaration as set out in Form 8A and Form 8B of the scheduling stating of the schedule stating A. The name of the polling station. B. The total number of persons entitled to vote at that polling station. C. The number of votes cast in favor of each candidate and the total number of rejected ballots. The presiding officer shall A. Then announce the results of the voting at the polling station. At the polling station before communicating the results to the returning officer. B. Give each candidate or the representative of each candidate or the counting agent a copy of the declaration of results. And C. Post the result at the polling station. Now 4A. 4 says a candidate or a representative of a candidate or a counting agent may, if present, when the counting of the ballot is completed, request the presiding officer to A. Recount the ballot. B. And again recount the ballot for a second time. 5. The presiding officer may refuse to comply with the request to recount the ballot for a second time if, in the opinion of the presiding officer, the request is unreasonable and shall report the matter to the returning officer, who shall recount the ballot for that polling station only at the constituency collation center. It is clear. Watch out steps, watch out what has to be done. Watch out the law. Watch out the rule. Why are you people telling us to go do recollation? Mensah is such a terrible, foolish idiot. Yes, so Mensah so best say democracy a plan. They want to do that. They want to limit NDC for 2/3 now winning. That is the plan. Our person use police for criminals. We are supposed to stick together. Let us fight these people. Right now, you say Adwene Boni wo mutrim Captain Koda Samia Wukumo omo gada omo tax no mo wure mu na mo police ntade any soja ntade. Anybody who comes to a police coalition center, any constituency, so or a police no soja no a criminal. Anybody or say a easy atade or a easy official or a criminal, treat them as criminals. They are going against the laws of the land. Yemrano C-127 is clear. Baby, I declare this Obuasi East. That guy, Abuaje, is the parliamentary candidate elect for Obuasi East. In Sawem, Domiko Abenya, all those people who were declared, they represent the people. That's it. The 9th parliament will see NDC candidate or Domiko Abenya. The next the 9th parliament will see Obuasi East NDC candidate as their rep, because that is what the law says. Media term. Anytime I catch him for it is time to speak, and you have to speak now. It is time for the National House of Chiefs to speak. The respective so-called speak and send atija, because nobody is going to allow this to happen. Never. The EC can go to court as we speak. The EC is in court with the NDC. Why is it going ahead to do recollation as we speak? In Sawa do a dream, the NDC went to court because the NDC knows that it is only court that this can be solved. Why is the EC not going to court? Why is the EC sitting there and making her own rules? And the most important thing is, why has Jane Mensah's Electoral Commission refused to give us the presidential results? Why have they? Adentina Jane Mensah person presidential result, because she is the only returning officer for the presidential elections. When it comes to the presidential elections, Jane Mensah is a returning officer. No EC official has the right to declare presidential result. It is only Jane Mensah or the returning officer. So she wants to tell me, say, after 12 days or 14 days of elections, she still does not have the presidential results. Kwasiaba. What do you say, moi? Jane Mensah unam krobe boat mutu. Where kwasia? Momo Jimmy. Your boss man say kwasia Jimmy. The democracy now most say democracy no. All because tortoise. Sa tortoise way. Ekufuado Jimmy way to Jubilee House. Catch up so on tiasie. What the fuck is Ekufuado? What the fuck is this attitude? What the fuck is Baobia? What the fuck is the MPP? Ghana is what we need to protect. Na kwasi aba say na penti na nima betra kan kwasi asem na yet Ghana so na san kwasi so betuma bi okodivo mo ku ato atwene obetuma san kwasi mo bi o e wo Benin obetuma e wo Cameroon mo ku ato atwene dada kwasi an ekoro papa dia boss masari no nam de ekoro mama dia isi Jane Mensah ono ne ba Charles Mensah na what time de na to America na ye man $10,000 a month money no Jane Mensah kwasi etuoto ne ba ka ho ade na mo jimi sa or the Nebako Tabro chairman about the Jantra for which or not Ghana determine say or see a Ghana for because it was say NDC for vote or Jifro Munsem. We are question for Anna. Mujimiana, Nagana Obiche will be election way, Mammy way I election bear 2 times or Ghana Nini Peu. Yen one answer say we were quasia. Yen to me, which yen answer say a mine in Penifogu Ghana. Lawyers are Cassie, now what the TV so defend the idea with the law is clear. You don't need to have a law degree to understand this clean-cut English, that it is only the courts that can decide. So why are we here for this dirty woman to come and tell us, say, or no about a recollation? Who born dog? Such a filthy thing. Because democracy, no, among for between so much. I am sending this out. The young people of Ghana, Makuma Pa Eto Abama NDC, parliamentary candidate, John Mahama, it is time for you all to become soldiers. It is time for you all to become protectors of the democracy. CI 127 says it is only the court that can overturn any declaration. Anybody who tries to do any recollation is a criminal, and that person is going against the laws of the land. They need to be shot. They need to be attacked. When people want to follow the law, we need to protect them to follow the law. Anybody who follows an EC official, any police officer, any military person who follows anyone to a coalition center that they are going to recollate is a criminal and needs to be treated like a criminal. This is straightforward. We are not against the law. We are protecting the law. This is the announcement. Citizens, make sure you protect your democracy. The young people of Ghana, Moto Abama, John Mahama, and any MPs, do not, nowhere in this country, you should not allow You should not allow any recollation. Obi ope recollation be an uncle court. After this short break, I'll pick calls and see what we can do. It's still live on Loud Silence TV.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV. I see say a lot of people are moving from the traditional media to the social media. And PENDREAM, you are setting the pace because you bring the issues as they are, and the focus on those are the issues. And then Unipa are not ready for just ordinary endorsement, but people want to hear the issues. What are the issues? What are the possible solutions? So for me, I'm endorsing PENDREAM TV, and I'm recommending say Obi Biana who affiliated traditional media and wire board with it, live up to expectation. Your next last stop, PENDREAM TV.